Sayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhalitam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Bande Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Taptakanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prisavasute Devi Palavami Hari Priya Panchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sandhyaye Vacha Patitanam Pavubhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is here. This is okay. Serious. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, thank you very much for your introduction and also for giving us this chance to associate with these devotees. So today we are discussing character development. We have the PPT from there. Yes, I'm waiting for the PPT to come. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. All right, so we have our PPT on board here. The ultimate goal of spiritual growth is to become an acharia. Yes, that is the ultimate goal, is to become an acharya. So, Prabhupada gave a definition of an acharya. One who teaches by example, not just a teacher. A teacher who has no character will tell the student, do as I say, but not as I do. He is not a leader, he is a cheater. So Prabhupada gave a definition. An acharya is one who teaches the student, do as I do. Not just as I say, but as I do. So he teaches by example. He uses his own life to teach what he wants the student to become tomorrow. He teaches that by his own example. There is one experienced Christian leader. So one day his congregational members, they met with him and say, Master, we always feel happy and satisfied anytime you preach to us, anytime you are giving lectures. We always feel very happy and we don't want it to end. But you're not speaking all the time. Can you speak all the time? Can you always give lecture? Want to hear from you. He said, my dear friends, I am talking all the time. I am preaching all the time. Sometimes I speak. Do you understand? I am preaching all the time. Sometimes I speak. What he is telling us is that he is always preaching to us through his character. Character. And people say that knowledge is power, but knowledge is not power. Character is power. And because we are looking at character development, let us first look at what dictionaries say about character. The dictionary defines character as the aggregate of features or traits that form the individual nature of a person or anything. Moral or ethical quality. Qualities of honesty, fortitude, and integrity. This is what the dictionary said as a definition of character. Character is what we actually are. What people say about it is what they think about us, but what we really are is the character. Like this Christian leader, he said, I am preaching all the time. Sometimes I speak. So, can you move forward? So, is spiritual growth and maturity automatic or intentional? Do we need to develop character, or you just leave it to providence? We just leave it to providence that when we like, the quality will just automatically come by providence, or do we need to actually involve ourselves in developing these qualities? Is spiritual progress and maturity automatic or intentional? Should a sadhaka consciously pray for and work towards spiritual growth and maturity, or leave everything to fate? One day I just sit down, folded my hands, I just sit down and wait, and automatically one day I just develop all the good qualities or character that I need. No, it will not come like that. We really need to develop it. Just like one does not become satisfied by looking at food. We should really eat it, then we can get the required nourishment. So character has to be developed. And because we are talking about character development, we should understand what we are really talking about, what we are really doing. It is not about just speaking philosophy, but it is about really cultivating and developing this quality. So I want to ask all of you. Is a student who should give time to the teacher when he should teach him? Or is the teacher who should give time to the student when he wants to teach? We are talking about character development. I'm not seeing your hands, so anyone can answer. Is it a teacher who should be told by the student when he should teach him, when he should come to teach him, or is a teacher who should give time for the student to come and learn? Because I'm not seeing your hands, if you raise hand, I will not see, so you can simply speak, whoever is ready. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else want to contribute? Thank you. Thank you. We are all a sannyas candidates. And a candidate is telling the mentor, you can only meet me at this time. Outside this time, I will not be available. Is that character? Is that character? A candidate is telling his mentor, I'm not available this time. Only this time he can talk to me. If you want to talk to me, you can only meet me at this time. Is that character? This was my question. Is that character? Is that bona fide? When I was asked to fill the form for some of you, one of the statements was that all of you taking sannyas, all of you who are applying for sannyas now, you are going to be the leaders on this movement. Therefore, I should answer certain questions that justify that you are suitable for sannyas. And now the form has been filled, and I'm getting this experience. I'm a candidate. If you want to see me, only this time. Another time, I'm busy. This is not character. It's not a process for developing character. It is like one of you have said, it's exploitation. Therefore, we should not have this mentality. Character is ability to rise above self-interest for the sake of others. Character is who you are when others are not watching you. Srila Bhakti Dhira said, character is practice up to the toilet. Because in the toilet, it's only you. It's only you there. Nobody is there with you. It's only you and the super soul. A character person, His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj said, our inside and outside should be the same. That is character. The inside, what I do in my private, this is what Bhakti Dhira Damodara is saying, or to the toilet. What I do in my private corner should correspond with what I do in my public corner. That is character. And character is power, because one who has character cannot be changed with time or circumstance. For example, we see in this material world, when they get money, they can be influenced or circumcised. But I can eat. That is not character. Character is I am the same every time. All conditions, I'm the same. What I say today is what I will say tomorrow. Do not change. So we say absolute. Character is actually spiritual quality, not a material quality, because it is stand for all the time. Character stand all the time. This is what we have seen with our acharyas. Prithu Maharaj, General Bhishmadev, Rantidev, and many of them, they demonstrated character. And in the Bhagavatam, you will also see that the sages at Namisaraya, they told Sutta Goswami, we are selecting you to speak to us because you have character. So character is a teacher, not our words. Our word is a philosopher, but our character is our teaching that will change people. And that's what we saw with Sri Prabhupada. And Sri Prabhupada changed us by his character, by his behavior, his dealings, not the philosophy. Philosophy, he was speaking only 30 minutes. Therefore, we need to develop the character, not waiting for fate. Yes. So what is our constitutional position? Many spiritual organizations have no organized plan for following up on new entrants and no comprehensive a strategy for developing members to maturity. They leave all to chance, assuming that they will automatically grow to maturity if they simply attend temple worship. The thing all they need to do is encourage people to show up at congregational worship, and the job will be done. Obviously, this isn't true. Spiritual growth does not just happen once you are connected by membership or even initiation. Temples are filled with the people who have been attending temple worship their entire lives, yet they still remain neophyte. That is true. That is true experience. That we are changing environment, we are changing philosophy, we are changing our dress, we are changing our religion. We have changed so many things, but the heart is not changing as we are changing other things. Why? Because it is not simply by attending temple worship, not just simply by even the spiritual rituals which we do, and we are going to do this thing for life. Right? We are going to chant the Krishna mantra for life. We are going to practice giving the principle for life. We are going to do arati 4:30 every morning for life. And evening arati 6:30 or 7 o'clock for life. We are going to do this thing for life. We are going to read Bhagavad Gita for life. Bhagavad Gita is not going to change. Bhagavad is not going to change. Chaitanya Chatra is not going to change. It's the same thing we will do for life. But our characters will change if we are properly adjusting ourselves to this process. So we don't have to wait for character to just descend by providence. We simply have to engage ourselves in the practice. So to develop characters, we should also look at the obstacles in building the character. Because in everything that we do, there will be a challenge. Either material or spiritual. Everything that we do in this world, there will be a challenge. Why challenge? The challenge is to taste our character, to taste our stand, to taste what we really want to do. Many people have poor character because they lack courage. As we mentioned before, situation can change the person who has no character. For example, money, position, and other difficulties. They may not have the boldness to stand up against negative opposition and to support the truth, justice, and service. This is an obstacle. We would lack the courage. Throughout the whole world, even in the secular world, people have changed. In Christian consciousness also we see so many people have changed. The enthusiasm we came with to Christian consciousness in the beginning, the enthusiasm we came with, is not the same with the enthusiasm we have now. Somebody, very senior devotee, very senior devotee said, if I had known Christian consciousness is difficult like this, I would have joined. He's a PhD holder, naturally speaking. He's a PhD holder. And he's a guru in his con, and big position, GBC, and long time devotee. He has his bona fide experience to say this. He has bona fide experience. Bona fide experience to say this, because why is he saying this? Because what was the expectation in the beginning, it is not what he's experiencing. Therefore he lamented, I wouldn't have joined. And another devotee under his godbrother was repeating the same thing to me also. I would have also do the same. I also have the same mind. So I was looking at them. So they have changed. By saying this, they have changed from the original mood of coming to Krishna consciousness. And many of us have also done like that. We don't seem to have the same enthusiasm we have in the beginning. We don't seem to have the faith we have in the beginning. We don't seem to have the mood, the zeal which was there in the beginning. We don't seem to have them. They have come down. Why? No courage to stand firm and said yes, even though it is difficult. Another obstacle in building character is when we become caught up in temporal pleasure. We should be careful not to confuse temporal pleasure with enduring happiness. Enduring happiness. We are mentioning two obstacles, right? Two obstacles. One is lack of courage. We don't have that boldness to remain yes. Whatever happens, it is yes. I cannot say no. That boldness is lacking. Why? We don't really have character. For one who has character will always remain yes. Like Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev said, I have taken a vow not to marry, therefore I will never marry. Even if Parasuram want to fight with me, I'm ready to fight and to change my mind. This is character. It's character. So spiritual life means associating with the mood of nature. Evam prasthana manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha. Bhagavatattva Vijnanam Mukta Sanghasya Jayate. Those established in the mood of unalloyed goodness. The man whose mind has been enlivened by contact with devotional service to the Lord gains positive scientific knowledge of the personality of Godhead in the stage of liberation from all material contamination. This is Bhagavatam 1:2:20. Established in a mood of goodness. Established in a mood of goodness. Character is maintained. Character is maintained for those who are in the mood of goodness. Both of ignorance and passion do not strength. Goodness has strength. So in the past, people are in this mood, therefore they can keep to their words. Better to keep to my word than to be influenced by material facilities. Because important, a character lives forever. Character lives forever. People will remember the good things we have done after we have left the body. People will remember the good things we did. People will remember. And the bad thing we did, people also remember. Just like we have history. Bhagavatam has history of the demons and the devotees. Because they demonstrated what they are. So we say character is power. We can see it in practice. Not knowledge. Knowledge is not power. In the Bhagavatam we'll see when Kamsa was going to kill his sister, Devaki, knowledge work? No. Philosophy work? No. Vasudeva spoke all the philosophy he knows from Bhagavatam and from other Puranas. He spoke all to Kamsa. Kamsa didn't change. He was quoting from scriptures. The sword was still in the hands of Kamsa. The sword was raised in the sky, ready to slaughter his sister. Vasudeva was perplexed. I have given all reasons from the scripture, quoting history. The sword was still in Kamsa's hand. The moment character came in, he dropped it. What is the character of Vasudeva? I promise you that any child born in your sister's womb, I will hand over to you. Immediately Kamsa's sword dropped. Character is power. Character. So the Prabhupada mentioned that a person like Vasudeva, there is nothing he cannot endure in Krishna consciousness. Nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing he cannot maintain to keep his name as a devotee, because it's a good example for others. That is a perfect teaching to others. Character is the perfect teacher, not philosophy. The moment character came in, the soul dropped automatically. Right? The philosophy went for a long time. Character was only one sentence. Any child born of your sister, I will deliver the child to you. Immediately, Kamsa's mind changed. He was defeated by character. So character is power. That is power, character. Because Vasudeva, whatever he says, he must do it. And Kamsa knows that. Kamsa knows that. This is a principle-minded person. Vasudeva is a principle-minded person. He can do anything to keep to his word. And opposite is Kamsa. Kamsa can do anything. Anything he ready to do, any sinful activities, also to maintain his political position. That's the opposite. Therefore, it is very important. The truth is this: spiritual growth is intentional. It requires commitment and effort to grow. Still remain in one place. It requires commitment and effort to grow. A person must want to grow, decide to grow, and make an effort to grow. Discipleship begins with a decision. It doesn't have to be a complete decision, but it does have to be sincere. Character requires sincerity of purpose. Yes. Having the right desire and making the right prayer. Character. My dear Lord, I therefore do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence. A benediction in which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1 million years. For thus I may be able to hear about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouth of your pure devotees. Character. Character will develop when we have association of pure devotees who have character. Character will come from association with those who have character, and we hear from them. They will pierce the heart. The heart becomes very clean from all the unnecessary things. Character will come in. It becomes our ornament that will decorate our existence. So, there is a Chinese proverb. You will tell me, I will forget. My philosophy. If you tell me philosophy, I will forget. You show me, I will remember. If you involve me, I will understand. Character. What is character? Don't just talk, but act. Our actions will speak, not just our words. Therefore, as we focus on our thoughts, words, and deeds, we will naturally develop character. So focus on our words. After hearing from the Dhiras, those who are not disturbed, character. Those who are not disturbed, character. We should hear and meditate on those words. Our words, our deed, we will naturally develop better character. We can develop stronger character by studying others who have outstanding character. Our sages, our acharyas. Our acharyas. If you associate with pure devotees, we think about pure devotees, we hear from pure devotees, and serve them, we will develop character. We will develop character. King Uttanapa tested his son's character. Is it not? Dhruva Maharaj's character was tested. King Parikshit also showed strong character. It was his strength of character his integrity that allowed him to rule a vast empire. When you look at Bhagavatam, Parishit Maharaj was compared to all the sages around the world, including Lord Machanda himself. As character. King Prithu is an example of such a leader. He states, the king will respect all women as if they were his own mother, and he will treat his own wife as the other half of his body. He will be just like an affectionate father to his citizens, and he would treat himself as the most obedient servant to the devotees, who always preach the glories of the Lord. This is character. Character. So let's look at some qualities of a servant leader, so we can understand the importance of character and how to get ourselves involved with this character. A servant leader is a deep lover of people, not a manager. A servant leader is one who is that? Yes. Yes. He is a deep lover of people whom he is leading. Yes. The people, that is what the, if you look at Bhagavatam very carefully, when Prithu Maharaj appeared, the Sutas, Bandyas, they were chanting his glories. And Prithu Maharaj said, please, this is flattering. Because I have not done anything yet to be glorified. You should wait when I start doing something. Then you can, our king did this, he did this, but I have not done anything yet. And here they are talking, this is flattering. Well, let me do something. But they continued. Why did they continue? Why they continued? The king said, please, don't talk. I have not done anything yet. I've just been enthroned. And I was started ruling. So, what is there to glorify?
They know he will do in future.
They didn't stop. They continued because they were looking at his face. By looking at Prithu Maharaj's face, they could see his mind. That this person is a deep lover of all of us. He has our feelings in his mind. He is here to lead us for our own good, not to come and take undue advantage of us. They could see it on his face. Therefore, a leader must be a lover of the people. If you don't love the people, you are not going to help anybody. We are simply going to exploit them. A servant leader helps people feel happy and secure. He helps people feel happy and secure. Let's say a leader with character. In other words, he has come there for the interest of the people, not for his own exploitation of the people, for his own gratification. That's not a leader. He has no character. He's a cheater. He's a tyrant. Nobody's going to be happy. Huh? When Akrura was sent to Vrindavan for Krishna, Krishna asked him, my dear uncle, tell me, how are the people in Mathura doing? Anyway, there's no need for me to ask you. There's no need for me to ask you the question. Because what do you expect when Kamsa is ruling? What do you expect? When Kamsa, a demon, is ruling, what do you expect? There's no need for me to ask you this question. Because I already know what people will be feeling there, what people are feeling there. It's already known. Because he's not ruling for the interest of the people. A character leader creates lasting values for the people whom he is leading. Lasting values. He is a pure philosopher. He's a pure philosopher. Means what? He speaks what he is doing. He speaks what he's doing. He's teaching what he's doing to people. A servant leader leads from inside out. Acharia and prachara is what? Sadachar. He is principle-centered. That means he cannot be dissuaded from his resolve. He cannot. Circumstances cannot change him. He is a powerful visionary. Shastra Chakshur. He sees the future. He sees the future, therefore he will guide people for their future. He prepared the people now for their future. He has everything, a foundation to lead people for their benefit, for their future. What they're going to be tomorrow, he has already knows it. And he will train people in that way. Today, everyone in his kingdom, he engaged all of them in Krishna consciousness. Everyone, including animals. He keeps everyone engaged according to their propensities. He is expert in delegation and empowerment. And he leaves behind a culture of enduring excellence. He leaves behind him a culture of enduring excellence. And that is how people are going to remember him. People are going to remember him based on this. All right, I have only 5 minutes left. Is there any comments before Srivas Prabhu take over? Any comment from anyone? Yes.
Hard-hitting points, they went right through. Thank you very much. Really inside out. I was wondering, you mentioned about how as part of character you need to show courage and be able to speak up the truth even if it means you have to give up on material facilities. So my question is, isn't it also some kind of prudence if for the sake of a long-term goal we may compromise for some time just to ensure that the long-term goal is attained, if that shows character? So how does one strike the balance? How does one really know that no matter what happens, I should speak the truth? Or should I at times come up with a situation where I can speak, say, the partial truth or speak it in a palatable way to ensure that you get to a position of strength and then ensure that you speak the truth?
We know that a true leader is an opportunist, meaning that he takes every advantage of the situation to advance in Christian consciousness, but he will never dilute the truth. Every advantage, he will take every advantage, every situation available. He will use it to advance his Christian consciousness. And our system is anything which help promote our Christian consciousness is acceptable. But anything which does not should be rejected. That is our standard. This is our yardstick to measure where we are in our Christian consciousness, that we remain protected all the time. Anything which helps our Christian consciousness should be accepted, and anything which does not should be rejected. That is our guiding principle. So, a a visionary leader, a leader who has vision, who look at every opportunity. And that is what we saw with Sri Prabhupada, but he didn't dilute. The principle remained the same. We have Hare Krishna mantra to chant. Prabhupada reduced to 16, but he didn't change the mantra. The mantra is not changed. It remained the same. So we can follow that. We can follow that style. It will benefit everyone. That's what the sages requested Sutta Goswami to do. Please ascertain what you feel, what you think, you see that will be ultimate benefit for everyone. Just give us that. Not something which pleases me. That's not character. Anything that makes me feel good, that is not character. Anything that makes everyone be promoted in their Krishna consciousness, that is character. And that should be encouraged. Not what pleases me. Because what will please a conditioned soul is not beneficial, even for the conditioned soul, himself or herself. What about others? All right? Anyone else? Hare Krishna. Am I still connected? I'm not hearing anything again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. All right, Sri Prabhu, I think my time is up. Now I hand over to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any question from here?
Sri Kurum Vaishnavan Shasri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvana Ragnastam Vitam Sanjibam.
So instead of trying to focus in developing each qualities, instead of trying to focus developing qualities, if we rather focus on devotional service, we know that verse that devotee has all the divine qualities in him. So is this not the right approach?
Sorry.
Instead of just trying to develop each and every quality like humility, tolerance separately, instead we focus our attention in trying to engage in devotional service. We know that verse how a devotee of the Lord has all the divine qualities in him. So is this not the right approach?
These qualities they are already there for the soul, but they are covered. They are covered. So yes, devotional service is to help us uncover all these things. When we look at, so if we follow, if we just plug into the current of devotion, we can eventually develop them. But the speed we are using will be very slow. Therefore, a serious person should put extra effort. We should put extra effort into it. it will help us to make the difference. Like Arjuna, extra effort is required. The process already is sufficient. We will gradually develop all these things. But I'm saying that the speed we are using is very slow. But the speed Maya is using is not slow. How we reach? You know, when Abhimanyu was killed, Arjuna took a vow. Tomorrow, before sunset, Jayadratha, who was the chief, formidable warrior, who stopped Yudhishthira from breaking the formation and enter and protect you. Tomorrow, either he's dead or I'm dead. And Krishna told him, he didn't tell Krishna before he mentioned this. And when Krishna heard it, he said, my friend, you have made a big mistake. Before, Jayadratha has a secret which you don't know. His father gave him a boon. Even if you kill him, you will die also. If you succeed to kill him, you will die. If his head touches the ground, the person who made the head touch the ground, also his head will be on the ground. So you're in danger. Second, Jayadratha's father was in meditation during the fighting, Kurukshetra war. He was doing meditation there to protect him. What side? Do you know this? No. So it's dangerous. But he has already taken the vow, so he can't say anything. So, when the Kauravas had this vow of Arjuna, Jayadratha went to Dhira Damodara and said, tomorrow, Hare Krishna. I'll finish my fight today. They will see why. He asked me why. He didn't hear Arjuna. He didn't hear what he said. Tomorrow, I am dead or he's dead. That is not ordinary. So, excuse me, Hare Krishna. They tried. Jayadratha will not agree. Then eventually, they decided. But what makes Arjuna so special that he's a threat? All of us were trained by the same person. What makes him so special? Let's go and meet Acharya. So they came to Dona Acharya. Gurudev, you train all of us the same. But we observe that Arjuna is different. Please. What is that special thing you give to him that he didn't give us? And what makes you to give him that thing without giving us? Dona Acharya said, I did not give him anything special. The same thing I gave to all of you, I also give to him the same thing. So what made him so special? Dona Acharya said there are two things. One is that when I train all of you in the daytime, in the night, you're sleeping. Arjuna is not sleeping, he's practicing throughout the whole night. How will it be the same? He put extra effort in his practice, but you are not doing like that. That's why he's special. The second reason is Krishna is his friend. So what will you do to him? Right. Two reasons. Extra effort. Krishna's being his friend. So if you will simply follow this up to now, I was telling Bhakti Dhira student, the way all of you are eating, I doubt going back to get aid is so strong. You can quote, Prabhupada say, this say, that say, whatever, that is okay. But I'm telling you the truth. The way you are eating will delay your progress. All right? Thank you. Does it make sense to you? Huh? Hare Krishna. I think I'll close now, so you are free to slap over.
They will help us to develop the right habits